Hello everybody. Thank you for coming by. I'm here. Good morning. I'm here to do a reading for the Divine Feminine. You guys, the astrological energy for the second half of July is absolutely off the charts. In fact, so much so that if I go too far into it, the whole video will be about that. So for the purposes of this video, I'm going to be focusing on Venus and Mars. They're both making major plays in the sky right now. Let's start with Venus. Currently it's in Leo in the early degrees, which is laying in exact opposition right now to Pluto. Pluto is about the past. It's about the underworld. It's where secrets live. It can be about death and rebirth, inheritance, taxes, all that kind of stuff. But it can also be the psychic energy, the things we don't see, and also things that come up to the surface to be seen. When it's contacting Venus in opposition, this could directly be affecting avenues to do with your love life and that which you do love, meaning your work, your creative self, harmonizing environments, things like that. Change is upon us because also right now we have Mars conjuncting Uranus, the planet of change. Aquarius is ruling planet. Aquarius is all about the new vision. It's innovative. It's about doing things a different way. Pluto's been sitting there back and forth between the final degree of Capricorn and the first degree of Aquarius. It's going to slide back into Capricorn, tradition, the way we do things, the systems we have faith in, versus the change. So it's kind of like going in and out of what's possible and what we already know. And when it involves Venus, it's going to, obviously, like I said, affect the heart space. Very, very potent energy. On the 21st of July, we have the second full moon in Capricorn. More of that kind of Saturnian energy of structure and tradition and 3D world stuff. Anyway, you guys, Venus and Pluto, that can bring about past life energies as well. Past in this life, things we thought we'd long ago buried, or past in other lives. Anyway, let's get into the reading. Before I begin, let me say that we should all know by now every living thing on earth contains both masculine and feminine energy. So whether this reading applies to that feminine energy within you, feminine energy rules the things that we don't see, like intuition and emotion and nurture, that kind of stuff. So whether this reading applies to that energy within you or it's embodied in a person around you, it's up to you to apply. I'll use astrology as I always do, but again, you don't have to have that in your chart for there to be some relevance. All right, we're going to start with the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck. How very fitting for Leo and Aquarius. Aquarius is the rebel. All right. What else do they have for Divine Feminine? Beyond the mind, the heart beats. This is that tap into Venus and Pluto, right? The things that you don't see, but you can only feel and sense. It could be about spiritual relationships, things that exist in the 5D, right? This goes beyond the mind, beyond our understanding. It doesn't matter what the brain knows, the heart still understands. It's not a language that can be translated. That's a beautiful card. And then restore and replenish. Now, this points to me about a lot of psychic energy coming through. Look how she's curled in on herself, though there's sort of a protective energy. What I'm getting is that the feelings that have been coming through to you on the 5D, you're being very, very protective. And you're getting like into an energetic cocoon with it. Beyond the mind, even when you're sleeping. The heart beats. Wow. Let's get a wisdom of the oracle. I can see we're going to go deep. I'm not surprised. We're dealing with Pluto, the dark planet, perhaps the most misunderstood energy in astrology. Okay. The thinker, beyond the mind, the heartbeats. You could be spending a lot of time trying to cognitively unravel things that can't be done with the mind, overthinking. You got questions about what it is you feel and where it's guiding you and how it all makes sense. And yet, This is saying to tap into that intuitive knowing. Again, we're dealing with Pluto. The mind has no business there. Let's get some astrology on this. This could be astrological energy in your chart, in a person around you, or just overall influencing. I thought I felt a flip. We have the descendant. That's interesting, the invitation. The descendant is the opposite sign of your ascendant or your rising sign. This lives on the cusp of the 7th house, which is partnership and long-term relationship. Venus rules the 7th house. There's an arrival of an energy of the other here. I can't look past that. You could be examining this right now. Okay, what else do we have? I'm not going to take that many. Sometimes all at once I get the vibe to take them, but I'm not now. That was like 5 cards. What else do we have? Well, that's interesting. That's the 10th house. It's Capricorn's house. We have that full moon in Capricorn. This is the house of authority and outside reputation. It's the physical world. So this can be about, how do I turn this real thinking, right? This energy that's guiding me. Be it creative and ethereal or romantic and ethereal. Nevertheless, there's a real balance here between moving something that's only in the energy field into reality with the 10th house. Capricorn is an earth sign. It's about the things that we can touch and feel and see and hold and control. Interesting that Capricorn energy should come out with, we have 2 full moons in Capricorn, one on the first day of Cancer season and one on the last. Okay. It's not strictly a blue moon, because blue moons are 2 full moons in the same month. Technically, these aren't the same month, but they are the same sign. What else do we have? So how to make this real? We have Pisces energy. Right now, Saturn and Neptune are both retrograding through Pisces. So that could be why this is coming up, and it's about a lot of internal tap-in. Pisces comes through as sensitized in this deck. So beyond the mind, the heartbeats, what do you feel? Where is it guiding you? And that's the energy to follow. Okay? But Saturn retrograde, well, Saturn is Capricorn's ruling planet. We have Capricorn and we have Saturn at work here. Libra. How interesting, because Libra rules the 7th house, which is where the descendant sits. It is also ruled by Venus. It is about harmony and balance and long-term partnerships, and also that which makes you feel supported, like you're in balance. It's your other half, the descendant, the other, and the arrival. Could be dealing with a Libra. And then we get the 12th house, which is Pisces house. This is the last house. There's a cycle wrapping up. But also the 12th house can be about hidden things, hidden affairs, stuff that isn't being spoken. It's Neptune energy. So it can be about the dream space. It can be a little bit confusing, which is why you need to follow your intuition, not your mind. But after the 12th house comes the arrival of the new self, the first house. There's a culmination going on here. Okay. And also something about secrets. If you can hear my tummy, I'm so sorry. On the bottom of the deck, we have the 4th house. That's Cancer's house. Right now, the sun is still in Cancer. We have the 4th house, Cancer, the 10th house, Capricorn, opposite energies, opposite houses. The inside world, the outside world. And beyond the mind, there's something else, below the surface. Interesting. Okay, let's get into the reading with the good tarot. Let's take a look at what happened in the recent past for Divine Feminine, please. Is it 2? I'll take that. The 2 of Pentacles and Judgment. Judgment, Scorpio and Sagittarius energy, and it has to do with things from the past. It has to do with cycles completing, and we have the 12th house there. But also the need to make a decision. In the recent past, you could have been rebalancing yourself after a time of deciding to follow a new path, something that was calling to you that maybe others around you didn't really understand, because you didn't. You were just following yourself intuitively towards what was guiding you. The Two of Pentacles was a bit of a hesitation to make that decision, because it could take you on a whole other path, right? Where you are walking alone, where what you're familiar with, Capricorn energy, doesn't apply anymore. But there was a decision made after a time of waiting. Okay? We'll clarify. We're going to get a lot more energy on that. Let's see you now. So you were waiting to make some kind of decision. You were waiting for it to make sense, maybe. Yeah, for sure. Wow. We have the Queen of Swords coming out. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. The Queen of Swords is very wise, very much a head over heart. This is the mind. And we're trying to look beyond the mind. But in the present here, you're trying to be very smart about the decisions you make. Only wanting to stick to what you can clearly see and know. Look at the owl on the shoulder of this queen with 360-degree vision. I'm not going to miss a trick when it comes to this situation. But it's a very analytical energy. Seeking to understand. Maybe that's why you were waiting, right? You're like, I got to make this make sense in some practical, realistic way. The Two of Pentacles. What can I actually form this energy or this idea into? With the Queen of Swords coming under the House of Authority, you're trying to organize your intuition. You're trying to organize your heart into some kind of practical purpose. How can I apply this? Let's see the next steps. The Queen of Swords has usually been through a great deal. Often a divorcee, but really just somebody who's learned a lot about the lessons of the heart. Oh, I see. We have the Five of Cups, Scorpio energy. Does this have to do with your past? Because we have you needing to make a judgment call about something from your past. And you're trying to be very smart about that decision. But the fact is, with the Five of Cups, that your heart is longing for something. And the mind can't override that beyond the mind. Five of Cups is Scorpio energy because it points to that distant internal longing that we feel for an energy that has slipped away. Okay. Let's see the energy around you. This could be another person. It could be a situation. Or just a furthering of your actions. Oh, okay. It's the King of Wands. Fire energy. Air and fire here. This is Leo. This is strictly Libra energy, but Aquarius and Gemini as well. So we have air and fire. We have a very different way of doing things here. But I see why you're trying to override it with your mind, because you miss this person, this situation. We'll get further clarity on what this King of Wands represents. But I'm getting the energy of somebody that you find yourself very, very attracted to. There's like a magnetic pull towards this King of Wands. And that's why you're trying to be smart about it. Okay. The King of Wands is a leader, an entrepreneur, somebody who exudes that energy of confidence. Let's see the challenges. Could be dealing with a fire sign here. Another two, there's a decision for you here. Again, you're trying to be really smart about this. You're trying not to let your heart be the thing that pulls you forward. The Two of Wands is about the decision to step onto a brand new path. But you can see that there's a little boy there sitting up on the back of that giraffe. He's holding up a lantern, hoping to get illumination on where it is that he's headed before he steps in onto that path. Two of Pentacles, Two of Wands, a choice. Okay. Potential outcome. There's Neptune with the Seven of Cups. Water energy, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. This can be about dreaming. This can be about being uncertain, right? Because all of those cups are under the water and it can be pretty murky in the emotional plane. especially if you're trying to find logic in all of it with that Queen of Swords. There is a sense of, once again, needing to follow the heart beyond the mind. You still want what you want anyway, even if it doesn't make sense. Okay. Let's start clarifying. We'll use the Lune de Luniverse, very powerful deck. Let me see this Two of Earth and Judgment in the recent past. All right. We're going to play that way, are we? No, we're not. Why is the Two of Earth and Judgment here? Incidentally, Judgment is number 20, so that's another 2. Oh, we have the Wheel of Fortune. More Sagittarius energy. This is about change and destiny. Again, something rolling through your path. Also with Aquarius, with that Uranus change happening, you know that change is coming. And it's up to you to sort of, you're going to be asked to follow your heart, whether that makes sense or not. Especially when we see the wheel, that's my let go or be dragged card. It's coming through. I think you're kind of like trying to hold that back so that you can get some kind of understanding of what, like I said, what's pulling at you. Let me see the wheel. The wheel brings about changes in destiny. The Two of Pentacles is around that. You're like, no, 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 not yet, not yet. I want to be the one to make the decision. Okay. Let me see the Queen of Swords here in the present. Why is the Queen of Swords here? Beyond the mind. Death, Scorpio energy, there's Pluto. Death and rebirth. Are you waiting for something from your past to come back around? Potentially that's the case. But death and rebirth here, you're like, I've changed. Pluto. It can also be that you're trying to make a decision about whether or not to release something. Something that lives far below your surface that, again, you can't get your head around. And with the Queen of Swords and Death and Two of Pentacles, you're like, no, 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 I'm not going to let the wheel turn on this. But then with Death and Rebirth, that's the decision that you need to make. Let me see Death. Okay, well, that makes a lot of sense. I have the Lovers card. It makes a lot of sense because that's why we're seeing all the 2s. The Lovers is about the need to make a choice. And it is a deep heart connection that pulls in us like in a way that no other can. In a way that we don't necessarily understand. There's something pulling at you. The Lovers is Gemini energy. It's about our own internal duality. So that could be what you're trying to, you know, often when we make a decision to head down a whole new path, we've got to leave a part of ourselves behind. An old way of doing things, an old way of believing. And that's why it can be so difficult. Maybe that's why you're trying to hold off the change. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles, or more earth energy. So about vulnerability, about allowing somebody else into your picture. Nine of Pentacles is very independent, especially with the Queen of Swords. I may just want to stay with what I know. Let's get one more on that Nine of Pentacles. No, just one more. Why are the cards being like this? Nine of Pentacles. Justice. Libra energy right there. Justice is about making the right decision. It's about harmony, bringing things into balance. Okay, so when it comes in with Nine of Pentacles, this definitely can be about you. Again, leaving behind a certain part of your life to enter into a whole new phase. It's interesting because we have Libra energy here. We have Justice. Now, right now, Libra is in the South Node. That has to do with our past. Could be about ending partnerships because you're being pulled in a new direction, even though it doesn't make sense to you. Let's see the Five of Cups. And that's in your next steps. The Magician, very powerful and nice. Virgo, Gemini energy. On the 20th, right before that full moon, Mars shifts into Gemini. And that is about curiosity and flexibility and playfulness. Now, with the Magician and the Five of Cups, you're trying to manifest something that your heart is longing for. And it's coming straight from that pure place. Let me see. The Magician. Oh my goodness. The Nine of Swords. This is way overthinking. Now remember when I said it's about trying to understand things that can't be understood with the mind. That's what happens in Nine of Swords. Whoever it is that you're longing for, whoever it is that you're missing, you're trying to manifest them here into your life, and it's causing you a lot of anxiety. It has to do with this King of Wands. Now this could be somebody who you feel represents a balance for you. And you're trying to be like, well, how can I bring this into the real world? That's anxiety. That's emotional anxiety. I think you're trying to control what you're longing for. You're like, no, I don't. No, I won't. Nine of Pentacles, I'm very independent. I get that. But Nine of Swords suggests otherwise. It suggests that the story your heart is telling versus the story your mind is telling are two very different energies here. You're trying to do a manual override. I understand. Let me see the King of Fire. This is the question here. The energy in question. I mean, we have the Thinker up there. Okay. The King of Fire. The Star. Aquarius is major arcana. This is in the surrounding energies. Now the Star is a wish. It's hope. It's the new vision. It's healing. This is your future. And it's attached to this King of Wands character. Now, whether that's you embracing your own creativity, your own passion, and your own ability to lead, it could be finding mastery within that. Or it could be somebody around you who you view as that wish, as the situation that could bring you a lot of balance. Fire and air here. Now that person around you could be somebody who has some kind of reputation. And I mean in a sense that they're known in your community. It's possible with the Star and the King of Wands. Let's get another one on the Star. Yeah, okay. Judgment. That is who it's about. Judgment is where things from the shadows from our past rise up to the surface for us to become free of. For us to, the other part of that card is Sagittarius. Expansion, freedom, new learning, new adventure. So you're trying to decide to release something here. Let's get Judgment. I'm sorry, my words are a little stumbly. It's very early as I record this, you guys. Judgment. Oh, wow. Okay. It's Divine Masculine. It's the Emperor. Now, the Emperor with Judgment and the Star. I mean, who is this person to you? This is somebody who you view as your divine counterpart. And it is also somebody who you have a very, very strong connection to. That could be somebody that you want to collaborate with. But you're still sitting in this energy of like, no, I can do this on my own. With the Queen of Swords and Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Let me see the Two of Fire and the challenge. The Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Five of Pentacles, longing, energetic lack. You could be very much missing this person and not entirely feel like yourself without them. I mean, that Two of Wands is looking towards something bigger here. Let me see the Five of Pentacles. Oh, I see. Okay. the 10 of Pentacles. Well, the 5 is only half, and this is the other half. So what you're sensing is that you can only go so far here without the balancing energy of the other. That's why we have the Descendant. The 10 of Pentacles is the full picture. It's the legacy, it's stability, it's security, it's a family. It could have to do with creating something together. And you need this partner in order to do it, whether it's a work endeavor, it could be for some of you, could be a marriage. It is about commitment though. And so on this 2 of Wands, you're like, is that who it is though? Where is that person? Where are they? Maybe it's, no, well, it looks like it's you that needs to make the choice, but maybe not. Okay, let's see the 7 of Cups and the potential outcome. It's the Ace of Wands. Never do I do a reading where the Ace of Wands doesn't come out with the Lovers, because when we come across connections and situations that are represented by the Lovers, when they access us to that core of a degree, a heart chakra awakening comes into play. Fire energy here with the Ace of Wands. Creativity, inspiration, passion. And that's coming straight out of the 9 of Swords and the Magician as well. Something woke you up. Something got your imagination fired. And I believe it's this King of Wands energy. Let's see the Ace of Wands. The Sun, Leo. You could be dealing with a Leo absolutely here. We have Leo and Aquarius showing up strong. Could be about timing though, because on the 21st, on the 22nd, the Sun shifts into Leo right after that full moon. And full moons are about releases. So it could again be about you releasing a past energy. The Sun in the Ace of Wands, that's so much excitement. There's also a lot of fantasizing and dreaming going on. But there's still no movements because you're trying to be smart about this. The Sun's a brand new beginning, especially when it comes out of death and rebirth, which is where you are right now. Let me see the Sun in the Ace of Wands. The 8 of Pentacles. You have the 2 of Pentacles in the recent past. Now this is about you putting in effort and work and diligence, working together. What you can create together. That's what you're dreaming about. Okay, one more on that 8 of Pentacles. And also I got that energy with the 8th or the 10th house, remember, about making something real. The 8 of Pentacles is about making it real, putting in the effort. It comes up with the 7 of Cups again. Dreams. Neptune. You're like, but how do I? Where does this energy belong? Ace of Wands, 7 of Cups. And the Hermit, Virgo's major. We have a lot of Virgo coming through. Remember, I kept getting, where are they though? Where are they? That's the dominant question here. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. Where is this person? Because you want to put in work. At this point towards the end, you're making the decision to put in actual grounded effort to build this dream, to build this vision. But where are they? With the Hermit. Okay, that's why you're missing them. That's why you're longing for them. Let me see the Hermit. Another 7 with the 7 of Pentacles. This is about plans and planting seeds in the ground. What I get is there's already been a certain amount invested into this situation. And this is about cultivating it further down, from the 7 to the 8 of Pentacles. I see the 5 of Cups again. Okay, one more on the 7 of Pentacles. You know, the 7 of Pentacles is also a moment of pause, especially with the Hermit there, to see if you want to keep on investing in this dream. Okay. Oh, I can't stop there. The 6 of Swords. The 6 of Swords is about moving away from internal conflict. That's what's happening back here with the Queen of Swords. You're trying to shut down something that you're determining doesn't make enough logical sense to you. It seems a little too ethereal with all these sevens of cups. And it involves this King of Wands and Emperor energy. But the Six of Swords is about moving out of that conflict and moving towards what it is you dream. So inside is that struggle with the Hermit and the Seven of Cups. I'm confused though, because you're trying to use your mind, right? And then the Seven of Pentacles, the plans. Do I want to actually keep on investing in this situation? Six of Swords is moving away from resistance. So let's see where you're moving to. And then I'm going to grab the pulp because I have a few other questions before we move to oracles. What are you moving forward towards? I'll take that one. That came out face up, and you go back in the deck. It's the Chariot. Cancer's major arcana. The Chariot is about victory and success, but more than anything else, it's about getting into alignment with your head and your heart. And that is what's being asked of you right here. This can involve travel, but it's Cancer energy, and with the Six of Swords, these are two cards about travel and moving forward out of a place of internal resistance. Maybe it's the idea that you're going to need to relocate. You know, Uranus is about relocation and travel as well. That is causing the internal resistance or the plans being halted. Whatever it is that you're moving towards though. Interesting with the Chariot because Cancer energy, and we have the Sun, the High Priestess. There's that intuition. And also though, about quieting the mind so that you can hear the heart, sensitizing to what's pulling at you. Oh, interesting. We have the Moon on the bottom. Yeah, you can only feel it. You can't think it. The Sun and the Moon, what's hidden shall be seen as well. I can't help it. We're going to need to ask actually, let's get the pulp to do that. We're going to have to ask the High Priestess for a little bit more clarity, which is always a tricky endeavor. May I see the High Priestess? But I also think there's plans being kept silent here. Okay, not helpful, but we get the Chariot again. Knowing what's pulling you and where it's leading you on an intuitive level. There could be a need to keep your movements silent right now. Not tell anybody where you're going because it's not going to make sense to them. But you're moving towards it anyway. And then I see the King of Swords. The King and the Queen of Swords. Very cerebral. You could have a very cerebral connection with this person. But below that, the heart. Let's see the Chariot. King and Queen of Swords are my King and Queen of respect. They definitely bring each other a sense of balance. And they tell each other the truth. They respect each other's opinions. The Chariot. The Four of Cups. One more. More Cancer energy. And then the Lovers. Again for the second time. There's such a stop and go energy going on here. You're pulling back your own fire. That's what I get. And you're trying to, like I said, be very smart about the movements that you make and the choice you make. But on the bottom of the deck, look what we have. Wow. The King of Cups and the Knight of Cups. That is a lot of love, a lot of romance. But also underneath of that is the King of Swords or Queen of Swords. So again, judging how you feel. You want to make some kind of offer, you want to, or accept one, but you're trying to use your mind in a way to shut down the possibility because you're like, it's not real. I don't know if it's viable. What's under the Queen of Swords? Look, you guys, it's the King and Queen of Swords. You're a lot alike. This very much could be a joint energy, especially with the Chariot showing up twice. Okay, this can be about confession of feelings as well. Could be what's hiding under the Moon. Okay. Oh no, before we move to oracles, I did want to ask a couple more things here. This is so interesting. The Lovers and death and rebirth coming out together. Let me see death. Is this somebody from your past? I'm not fully getting that energy, but it could be. The Seven of Swords. The Queen of Swords owns the Seven of Swords. This is strategy, and this is also about keeping your movements to yourself. Don't necessarily share what you're planning to choose here, because I feel like, as I said, people aren't going to understand, because you barely do. You're following the pull of your own intuition. Seven of Swords. The Six of Swords. That's where you're moving. Let's go back to the Chariot. Where are you moving towards? All I see is that you're moving forward towards your destiny. You're tired of waiting for it. The Six of Wands. We have a lot of sixes coming out, which is Gemini energy. The Lovers is number 6 in the majors. This is about achievement of a wish, victory. So much victory, so much happiness. And this is about being seen for who you are and what you bring to the table. Whether this is you leaving behind some kind of job situation, because 10 of Pentacles is in the challenge. It could be. It could be that you're leaving behind some kind of stability in order to seek out something that to the outside world doesn't really make a lot of sense. But you're going to do it because you're following your intuition and you want success in this regard. I keep seeing the King of Swords. Who is this King of Swords? King of Wands. Let me see the Six of Wands, please. The Nine of Cups. Emotional fulfillment. Your wish. You're going for it. I love that. Okay, one more on the Nine of Cups. Every time I look at the bottom of the deck, I see the King of Swords. He's there. He's like, hello. It's the King of Wands. Fire energy. And that's who we have in your surrounding here. Let's ask a question about this Emperor and Star and Judgment. Who's this? The Eight of Pentacles. We also have the Eight of Pentacles in the outcome. This is definitely to do with your work and collaborating with somebody. It doesn't necessarily have to do with like your job. It could. But it could be about just the two of you putting in a joint effort to create something that's coming straight from the heart space. Straight from the heart space with the Ace of Cups. I love that. A brand new beginning, possibility. And that's what lives between the two of you as well. Let's see, Ace of Cups. The Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is about having the emotional courage to leave behind things that didn't reach fruition, that never got to the 10 of Cups. This is going on a pilgrimage. And here we have 9 of Cups. That's the step toward it, right? Here comes the Ace and then the 9. 9 of Swords. Why all the stress and anxiety? To do with the Wheel of Fortune, destiny. Because you're uncomfortable, perhaps, with where it's pulling you. Wheel of Fortune and change. Yeah, you're uncomfortable. The Moon, because you can't see 3 of Wands. You're trying to, but you can't fully see where it's taking you. All that you know is that whatever it is you wanted and you're longing for that possibility. I hope I'm making sense. I know it's vague, but we have the 7 of Cups twice in the outcome, meaning that you're like, I don't know where it's going, but I know where I'm going, and I'm going to find out. 3 of Wands, dressed like an explorer, right? I'm going to explore. Let's get one more on that 8 of Cups, and then we'll move to some oracles. It's the Emperor. Unbelievable. Divine masculine energy. So what I'm getting is, oh, and then we see the sun again. More Leo energy. Definitely this could be about timing. The energy of Lionsgate this year, which happens on August the 8th, 8th month, 8th day, is very potent because we're also in 2024, which equals number 8. 8, 8, and 8. Strength, courage, integrity to our own hearts. Okay, let me see the Emperor. I'm trying to decide if this is you stepping into that full divine masculine energy and deciding to go for what makes you happy. The Ace of Wands again. 2 Ace of Wands now. That's pretty interesting. This is inspiration. And this is worth walking away from whatever this 8 of Cups was for you. Whatever in the past that you were trying to prevent from happening. You didn't want to have to leave it, but you do. Even though people, like I said, didn't understand. Why is the 10 of Pentacles a challenge for Divine Feminine? Because I think it's about you leaving a comfort zone. Yeah, it is. Okay, we get the 2 of Wands again, which already appeared with this. 2 of Wands. 2 of Pentacles. I will. No, it doesn't make sense. I want to. No, it doesn't make sense. Back and forth and back and forth. There's a lot of that going on because we have the Thinker card. You could be doing way too much mind control here. I do get that there's fear. We see the Moon a couple of times because you're stepping into something that doesn't necessarily make sense for you. But your heart says that it does. And it involves a partnership with somebody. I want one more on the King of Wands, 9 of Cups. This is who you see. Oh, that's why. Okay, let me pick her up. That's why. Queen of Wands, fire energy. The opposite energy to this Queen of Swords. Look at the difference in the colors here. This is asking you to trust your passion. And also to step into your own energy about leadership, to step away from things, the authority of others. The King and the Queen of Wands, the Lovers, the 6 of Wands, the 9 of Cups. Come on, you guys. Beautiful, passionate, happy, and extremely creative. It can be about entering into partnership with somebody else. Whether this has to do with your heart, well, it does. King and Queen of Wands are the King and Queen of the heart. But I mean romantic, creative, either way. Sacral energy all over this reading. Especially with the Ace of Wands coming out twice. That's a Kundalini awakening. On the bottom we have the Page of Swords. Could be that you two have your eye on each other. And the Knight of Pentacles wanting to be careful. Okay. Wow. King and Queen of Wands and the Lovers. No wonder you're trying to use your mind. But again, I'll say with that on board, that kind of passion, it's not about the mind. Queen of Wands, King of Wands. We got such strong fire energy. One more. I can't leave it alone. And then the High Priestess. See, I got the 12th house here. And I said there could be something about this relationship, this partnership, being kept a secret. It could be because there's a lot of competition. The King and Queen of Wands often induce competition. But whatever it is, there's a need to keep this to yourself a bit. Okay, let's get some from this deck. Indecision, because it's a crossroads. We'll see if this invitation hasn't come in towards you yet from this King of Wands, Emperor energy. It's going to. There could be contracts involved too. Look, the thinking man. Interesting. We saw the King of Swords. You're both, I mean, there is a lot of mirrored energies going on here. broken heart. Okay, King and Queen of Swords, both of them. Okay. But, okay, yeah, because it's like, well, I've learned what I've learned. The Magician and the Mirror, we have the Magician right here. You both are manifesting each other. And then we have woman holding a coin. 10 of coins. Could be about an offer. Let's get one more. Why the indecision? We get the Sun. For the third time. Happiness, joy, rebirth, Leo. Leo season. There could be travel coming up. One more. So perhaps this invitation that's going to come in has to do with that. And then we have community, Aquarius energy, about moving, relocating. For some of you, oh look, we have yin yang on the bottom of the deck. That's cool. Remember I said Mars and Venus playing out right now in the stars? This is what's happening. Coming into alignment, and that's why it's beyond the mind, even though both of you are trying to understand it better. But community can also be about a workplace. It can be about a creative endeavor, especially with the Sun and the King and Queen of Wands at hand. Oh, okay, hostilities. That's why you got to keep it to yourself. There could be, like I said, people who don't understand why you're making this decision, or your person. So they're trying to stop you from doing that. Hostilities is very much that 5 of Swords energy I spoke about. And then we have the 6 of Swords here. Adjacent possibilities, new opportunities opening up. Okay, you know that this is coming with the High Priestess and beyond the mind. But you're trying to understand it yourself. Untangle it. We got the Lovers on both sides. Wow. Let's get a couple from the Talisman. There are so many major arcana showing up. No wonder the cards were being freaky. We have creativity, King and Queen of Wands. This definitely can be about creating something together. Okay, what else? And keeping it hidden, keeping it hidden. Change, there's the wheel. Okay. Cast away negativity and following intuition. Whatever those hostilities are. Now that negativity with the Queen of Swords, as I mentioned, could be coming from within you, saying, like I said, I'm better off staying on my own. I'm better off not. I don't want to be vulnerable to things I don't understand. Could be like that. Let's get one more. And then wisdom, right? The Queen of Swords. What have you learned? Intuition and wisdom balanced out. I love that. That's about trusting what you've learned. Let's get into Amore Psyche, because there is, like I said, tons of sacral energy in this reading. Where are you? There you are. Amore Psyche, please. King and Queen of Wands. I always want this deck when those two appear. Ooh. I can feel the fire between them. Okay, yes. Physical attraction. Yeah. Longing. They keep going on the floor. Intent to make me bend so early in the day, and seeking pleasure, the sacral. We saw the Ace of Wands twice, and then there could be travel too. So maybe part of this creative exploration, there's a little bit more to it than that. One more. But pleasure with the Sun and happiness and all that. Okay. And then the Warrior of Love. I love that Leo energy. And this is about fighting, like I said, integrity, strength, courage. The 8 of Cups is basically the Warrior of Love. and the belief that you can have the whole picture. All right, anything else I want to do? Yeah, why don't we get a moon card, because we are dealing with 2 full moons. Okay. Last quarter moon in Virgo, attend to the details. I saw you doing that with the Knight of Pentacles that came out. And then last quarter moon in Gemini, clear your mind. That's essential. There's a lot of Gemini energy. All of a sudden I'm choking. Isn't that interesting? Considering that Gemini is the communicator. Now we saw the King of Swords come out over and over on the bottom of the deck. So it could be that there's no conversation at this point. We have the High Priestess twice. Okay, because there's a need to get the mind clear about what you want and where you want to go. We have the Sun underneath of the 4th house again. It can be about building a home together, creating something. Okay, let's go to the Lover's Oracle. We'll leave it here. I hope this resonated. You guys do remember what I said. It's a general reading. Certainly not everything I say is going to resonate with you the way that I say it. Use your own creativity and apply the energy as you see fit. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together, and remember, love is the greatest healer. We have broken heart. We have all of this sacral energy, creativity, travel, fun. Stepping out of the King and Queen of Swords. Allow yourself to have some fun. Stop focusing your energy on past events. Yeah, life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. Very important. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. And the Queen of Swords is speaking a little too loudly here for my liking. But we do see the Queen of Wands emerge at the end. So it's a nice balance of head and heart and passion. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love, right? So out of that feeling of guilt about what you might need to leave behind. Okay, one more. Only time will tell. Yeah, you got to get in the water. Or should I say get in the fire. None of this neutralized observance anymore. It's about following your intuition and trusting it. Only time is actually going to tell you how this plays out. Trust yourself. Okay, one more. Look at that. I just saw first quarter moon in Aries. Step into your power. Yeah. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentments. Whether that is about difficult lessons learned in the past, it could have even been with this same person, potentially for some of you. But nevertheless, it's about allowing yourself to hear where your heart is calling. Queen of Wands versus Queen of Swords. All right, you guys, I love you. I hope this resonated. Good luck with this astrology. I'll see you soon. Namaste, my friends.